Okay. Let us now go into the application and look at the asset module. So to look at the asset in the application, we will go into the application. And if you scroll down, you will see there is an assets vision operations here. Okay. So we click on this assets vision operations. And here, this is the place for doing an inquiry. Okay. So suppose you want to do a financial information inquiry, you click on that. And you can search for you can search by the asset book also. So let's say we want a vision. You can look at any of these books. Let's say Vision Australia, the corporate book, and then we click find. So you will find all the books, all the assets that are recorded in this asset book. Okay. So if you open each of them, you will be able to see in the corporate book, what is the value, and in the tax book, what is the value. Okay. So against this book, you can see what is the cost, what is the total recoverable cost. That means this value will be recovered through the depreciation. What is the current value? Okay, year to date, what is the depreciation that has happened? Total depreciation that has happened. So the net value, if you see, it will add up. The net book value is 12,152 plus 347 adds up to 12,500. Right? And here you can see what was the original cost, what is the salvage value, what is the date in service, what is the prorate convention, what is the method. Okay, straight line method, or whatever types of method you have, life years, remaining life years. Okay, so the total life year is 3 years. So now currently it is 2 years 11 months is left. Okay. And here you can see the depreciation that has happened in November 02, 347 rupees of $347 of depreciation has happened, Australian dollars. Cost history. So there has been an addition. Impairment means if there has been any write-offs on that particular asset. And these are the individual transactions. So addition has happened through the transfer in, and there is a corresponding reference. If you look at the details, you can see here, click on the details. What is the current cost, original cost, recoverable cost, what is the life, 3 years life, what is the depreciation method. You have different methods of depreciation, right? So like we talked about, if you had noticed, like 3 years or straight line, or so those things you can do over the life of the asset. Now this is as far as the corporate book is concerned. You can also look at the tax book. In the tax book, you can see this is the original value of the tax, that original value of the asset that was assigned, and this is the reduced value. Excuse me. Okay, so this is reviewing the asset information inside the module. So this is the asset workbench. So when you look at that asset workbench, if you go to this Australia corporate book. Okay, so here you can see what is the asset number, what is the description, what is the category. This category is actually a key flex field, asset category. And this is the tag number. Every asset is uniquely identified. Okay. Okay. And how many units? What is the type of asset? Is it a capitalized one? That means if it is capitalized, it has been invested, you have to start reducing. CIP means that asset is still not in ready for use as an asset. Okay. But if you keep investing in, like, for example, a building, you will be investing in that building. All those things you will have to keep adding. Property type, whether it is personal or what is the property class, ownership, whether it's owned, bought, what is it? So you can have all this. And then you can view the subcomponents. See, since this is the asset workbench, from here you can do different things. From here you can look at the books. So this is whichever asset book you want to look at, like this is the corporate asset book. Against this, what is the financial information? Okay, depreciation, group asset, fiscal year, impairment, all this information you can get from the application. So what is the life years? So this is a 3-year life. So that means over a period of 3 years, the entire value of the asset has to be depreciated. And these are the additions that you can do. Any new additions, if you click on it, you can do this. This is the quick addition. That means, see, in one single screen, you have the entire asset information. These are the source lines. That is, source line means from where it is coming, who is the supplier, what is the payables. In the payables, what is the invoice number, what is the invoice line. So that same payables module where we entered that information, all that is tracked here. Then these are the retirements that you do. These are the books, source line, financial inquiry, any financial related information you want to check, you can come and check in this. These are the assignments. So who to whom is it assigned? Okay, like if it is a laptop, it is assigned to an element, to an employee. If it is a okay, and you have all this information tracked here. This is the asset workbench. So from one single place, you get access to the entire application information. So this is the asset workbench. Okay. This is preparation of the mass addition. In case you want to do any mass additions, for example, you want to add a new asset, multiple assets, then you can do that. You can create a find and you will be able to do it. Otherwise, if it's a new one, you can come here and you can say what books, against which book you are doing it. Okay. And these are the transaction dates. Okay. Invoice number, category, line number, employee name, number, etc. All this information is tagged here, asset details. Okay. So you can add new lines through this particular screen. Any reclassifications that you want to do. So all the asset type, you can say, particular expense account or based on specific locations. So you can say, okay, somebody, let's say assets in Berlin, you want them to move to a new category. Okay. So you can choose what is the major category and then what is the minor category. So auto vehicle. Okay. And then you have to say preview. Now this one is particular one is not defined. So that's why it's not allowing. Let's do a building. The category has to be defined in the books. So okay, now you see. And then if you want to do a preview, you can look at the information. If preview is before the actual information changes happen. Okay. Now, what options do you have? You can copy the category descriptive information from the original one to the new one. You can inherit the depreciation rules. You can amortize the adjustments. All these changes you can do during the reclassification steps. Now, this would be a program probably that is running. So see this master review. You can review this once it's done, once it's completed. Give it a few minutes to run.
Hi, Saurabh. Lakshna this side.
Yes, hi.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Saurabh. Actually, I wanted to check with the participants.
Sure.
regarding
Please go ahead.
for
Please go ahead.
Saturday. Yeah, thank you so much. So Lavanya or Chinna, can you confirm whether can we have the session on Saturday? Whether you have discussed with Albakas?
Actually, Lakshana, I discussed it, but they need some time. Today, I got information. They
Okay,
said
Chinna.
today they will
So
update. From
okay.
tomorrow, start of this session, I will update to them.
I'm
One
extremely
second,
sorry. Yeah, please.
One second, I will ask the team on Saturday session. If they are okay with on Saturday, I will let you know.
Okay, understood. So tomorrow, shall I join the session to confirm the same?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Start of this session, I will intimate you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Chinna.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Saurabh.
Yeah, thank you. It is taking a few minutes to run. Oh my God, it's taking longer. Hmm, hmm. Okay, let this continue while I show you the other around this. So this was the mass reclassification. And this is the tax workbench. In the tax workbench, this is basically about the tax related things. For example, you have the Australia tax book. So here you can see all the information about the tax, about the assets that are in the so any tax credits that are available, any information, additional information, any tax reserve adjustments that you want to do, all those are done over here. Remember, one important aspect of the asset and depreciation is that there are tax breaks that are available. Okay, using the tax break, people can reduce, companies can reduce the outstanding on their taxes. You can also do a what if depreciation analysis. That means if there are certain changes that you want to see, okay, number of start period. So you can choose a period, let's say from December to and number of periods 12. Okay. And particular assets that you want to do or any additional hypothetical means that asset you have not yet acquired, but you intend to acquire in the future. That also you can note down over here. Okay. So this is the what assets you can say from this number to this number. Since there are few assets, we should be able to see this only 4110 to 4111. That means both the assets that are there in this books will be included. And you want to check depreciation scenario that suppose you want to go initially, if you remember, it was straight line, right? STL, straight line. So instead of this, suppose you want to go to the flat rate. Okay, then you have the basic rate. Maybe you want to go from, you want to do it 10% and any bonuses that you want to give, and then you can say run. Okay, so then again, another concurrent request gets submitted. So let's go back and check whether the previous one, oh, the previous one ended in an error. I actually closed it without saving it. So this gives you a result. What is the result of the process? So this is the report that will get generated. So you see, it tells you that this asset number, okay. So the old asset depreciation was $347. So the revised one, if you now change it, it will become 104. Okay, so do you see it? 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So over a period of 1 year, from December 02 to November 03, the asset, the value of the asset, which this 12,500 is the cost, the depreciation will change from 347 to 104. Okay, so this is like a what if. That means it's a hypothetical scenario that you are evaluating. What happens if you change the depreciation type? or you change the depreciation rate, then how do you see it? All right. Now let's say if you want to add a new asset, what will you do? We have an asset workbench. So from the asset workbench, you can go and add a new asset, right? So you can do quick addition or normal addition. Let's do a quick addition. So we can give a description. You can pick up from here. Let's say a heavy vehicle, or you can give a land. Okay, heavy vehicle. Let's see. What is the category? But vehicle may not, is not an category which is defined here. So we'll choose something else. Let's say we have an office building and the category will be like a building. Minor category is like office. So, okay. These are the asset categories that you have. Okay. And insurance company, what is the renewal date? What is the building size? So you can maintain that information. If you have it, you do it. Serial number, you can have a serial number. I'll put an SP in the beginning to indicate it is something that I have created. And I have a supplier name. Which book, against which book you are going to book it? You can have this. So Australia corporate book. What is the cost? Let's say $1 million. Okay. And if you want to do an assignment, that's fine. Okay. And you can give an employee here. You can enter the asset information, which company. Let's say Vision Australia. What is the okay? And what location is it? Again, location is a location flex field. So let's pick up one which is in Australia. Okay. And if you are done, you can save it. Okay. So now the asset number has been generated. You see here the asset number came in automatically 109917. Okay. 109917. Now if I come here and do a control F11, or you want to do a find, 1 minute. Set workbench. In the asset category, see our third asset has now been added. Okay, this is the one that I just now added. Do you all see this? So this was done through the quick addition. If I want to, after the quick addition, if I want to pull up more information, I can start from a new asset screen itself. So this one is an individual information that I am entering. So let's say I want to enter a new building. Another building I am adding. This time category will again be, the main category is building. And the minor category is office. Okay. And serial number, you can again give a serial number. Once you click continue, you get a screen where you can enter more detailed information. Last time it was a quick addition, so minimum of information was entered. This is the current cost. Okay. And YTD depreciation, what is the salvage value? And this is actually an asset which will increase in value, but building again, you could have some depreciation. So you could depreciate it, let's say 50,000. Okay. And this is the method. So in 20 years, over a period of 20 years, this entire value will be reduced. Okay. So you can have either years or months. So it will start from 31st December 2002. Group assets, if it is going to be part and parcel of the group asset, and otherwise you can group it into, let's say, buildings or something like that, or you can just leave it blank. Okay, then you can say continue. Live do. Okay, now these are the assignments. If you have any particular assignments, you can do that. Okay. Again, unit change one. What is the expense account? You may not have, since it's a building, you may not assign it to an employee. You can directly go and book it. Let's say it's under factory B. And location is this. Okay. And then we say done. So if there are any issues, you need to take care of that. Prorate date first December. Okay, now see this asset has been added. The reason it was not showing is because we just started it. We took that asset in the month of December, and in the same month, we are adding a depreciation. So depreciation has to happen after at least a period. Now see, our new building has also got added here. Got it, everybody? Okay. I'll now give you some time to go through this application yourself. Okay, and add one asset here, just like I added now. Just go to this asset module, go to asset workbench, go to books, and then you will be able to add an asset here.